privileged to have been teaching in Japan for 25 years in universities, and during this time I've been really intrigued by the politics of identity in the English teaching profession. About 10 years ago I was at a conference and I found myself at a presentation by two Filipino English teachers, and they were talking about the group that they'd formed, Filipino English Teacher in Japan. They were organizing workshops and seminars for Filipinos who are working in factories or in hostess bars, to train them and to help them to become English language teachers. I started going along to their workshops and their events, and after that I started collecting their stories. The book I've written, Language Teacher Recognition, is organized around some of the stories that I collected over the next 8 years. The stories themselves span some 35 years, and in that time, of course, Japan has changed considerably. Back in the 1980s and 1990s, it was very rare for Filipinos to find work as English teachers, but they do now. Filipinos own and manage language schools. They are hired by dispatch companies and by local boards of education to work in public schools alongside Japanese English teachers. So the situation is very different now, and the stories reflect that change in society, the change in opportunities for Filipinos in Japan. But the book isn't just about the Filipinos' experience. It's also a book about how we understand identity. It's a critique of the current trend in applied linguistics of conceptualizing identity through the lens of post-structuralism. The post-structuralist view of identity emphasizes power and struggle. And it's true, we can see power and struggle in the stories of the Filipino English teachers. But their stories also express pride. Pride in their achievements, pride in their success, pride in being Filipino. So, as an alternative to the post-structuralist approach, I've looked into the work of a German theorist, Axel Honneth, whose social theory is based on the notion of recognition. And I've used this as a framework for exploring prejudice and pride in the narratives of the English teachers I spoke to. So recognition gives me a new vantage point to look at the role of other people in different social domains in the Filipinos' lives, their families, the communities they belong to, particularly Filipino English teacher in Japan, and the wider society of Japan. It also gives me a new vantage point to think about and to revisit some of the language that we commonly use in talking about language teacher identity.
Angel,